injury-wise? Scott Cuthbert went off, obviously, during the second half of the game on Saturday. How's he coming along for this week?
Yeah, we'll need to look at him. I said we'll gauge him tomorrow. He felt something. Hopefully, we managed to put him off before he did any damage-wise and so on. But so yeah, so we'll have to gauge him in tomorrow, and we'll give him enough time because he's important to us.
Yeah. I mean, Dan Potts, is he any close to coming back, and any others who have been out looking like they might feature?
Well, there's only one really. Magnus is the one that's definitely out. He's gone in and had an operation and so on his knee. It's another knee operation which we could do without if you like. But everyone else we're looking at being a lot stronger than we were.
Nathan Doyle, is he any closer now after his operation a few weeks back?
Yeah, he's trained. He's sort of had 2 weeks training now, so he's making good progress. And as long as he continues to make that kind of progress, then we might be in a position to use him.
Just on Jonathan Mitchell as well, are you hopeful that's not the last time you'll see him in the Luton Town shirt?
Well, you never know. I wouldn't want to comment on anything. If Derby are looking at loaning him out again, then we would definitely naturally be interested in that because of how well he's done for us. And you know, he was the first one that we earmarked to bring in. He enjoyed his time here. I think it was a very successful time personally for him. I think he really sort of laid down a few markers early on, and so we'll be delighted if there was a possibility of having him back. But as I said, Derby, a lot could happen between now and the start of next season, and ideally if whoever we bring in, we'd like them in place for our pre-season, because that's going to be a big one for us.
And just on the home record, how frustrating has it been that you haven't managed a first half goal at home, I think, since you've been here, and for quite a while now? Is it something you're sort of looking to rectify?
Of course. I don't really mind when we score, as long as we score at least one more than the opposition. But it has been, and I don't think it's been for want of trying. I don't think it's been for want of structure or for chances, because we've started games very, very well. I think, you know, a lot of games, apart from the Stevenage game the other day, I think we've started games really, really well. We focus on the start. We want to get out of the blocks quick and get the crowd behind us, and it would be nice to get an early goal, but I'm not hung up on it. But it would be nice, because it would mean that at half time we would get one more than games in previous games.
You encouraged by the record you've had against teams in the top since you've been here? I mean, Plymouth, Leyton Orient, Wycombe, you've done well against teams like that.
Yeah, and I hope that continues, because we've got some good games coming up and some good teams to play. So I hope that continues. But you know, up until probably the last week, I've been more than encouraged by what I've seen from what we have here and how we can move forward. I've been a little bit disappointed with the last 2 games, because we've come out with them with no points, when I felt we should have come out with them with points. Maybe not, you know, the last game, we didn't deserve to win the last game. But if we had been a little bit more productive in the Barnet game, and then written off the last game and taken a point, then we'd be sitting in a lot better position. But it hasn't to be. So I've been encouraged generally on the whole in all our performances. It's just, I think the last week has just put a little cloud on it. So
would you be more worried if they weren't creating chances, since you've had your opportunities in the last 2 games?
Yeah, I think we have, and I said even against Stevenage, where we lost the game, we had the first chance of the game in terms of Jack Marriott one, and then obviously he has another chance again, and we have better chances. And I think they had one or two better ones than I thought they did after watching the game back. But no, you know, it's not like we're not creating, and up until last game, it's not like we weren't in good form, because I said even the Crawley game we were outstanding for the duration of the game. I couldn't have asked for more for them, apart from just maybe defending one free kick better and then being a little bit more clinical. But in terms of our build-up, in terms of what we're getting about, pressing, our work rate, everything, I thought we were fantastic, so I can't have questioned that. It's just I'm a little bit sort of disappointed with the last week, because it's just put a little bit of a grey cloud on the work we've done so far.
Accrington, just another example across the 4 divisions, that budget isn't always everything. So we've seen the likes of Leicester and Burton just punch above their weight, like Accrington have.
I think if you recruit well, you've got good work, good structure to how you do things, and then a little bit of luck along the way, I think you can do things. You know, budget just guarantees you money, doesn't guarantee anything. If you recruit for that budget very, very well, and you do good work, then it only increases your opportunities of being successful. But it's no guarantee, and just as a lesser budget is a guarantee that you're not going to do well. As I said, it's about the work you do and the recruitment you have and the environment you have. And if those are right, then anything's possible.
Is that something you can relate to from the time at Yeovil when you got to a League One player final with them?
100%. And I mean, Yeovil were punching above their weight, staying in the division, and we did, and we had progression there, and we gave a lot of youngsters debuts and things, and we looked at the best young players, and we had them and the clubs were very good to us in terms of giving them to us for minimal cost. But we gave them experience. We did debuts to Stephen Corker, Ryan Mason, John Obika, Andros Townsend, Alex McCarthy. These players all went on to, apart from John Obika, went on to play for England, and some are still in England fold. So it's not a guarantee. It's about your work. And as I said, if you've got a little bit more money, but you still do the high level of work, it just gives you an edge.